Solana, yet another outage. Am I still bullish on Solana? Let's start this video. Guys, I need you to help me out. It's actually for free. Please subscribe, like, comment below, and check out my links in the description below. Alright, let's jump straight into the topic. As most of you most probably noticed, especially if you use the chain, Solana had another outage again. Okay, this time for 6 hours or multiple hours. However, I have to add, this time was for a different reason than usual. Usually it's like spam bots spamming the blockchain because it's so cheap in transactions. This time the reason was one single node, some sort of faulty code, and one node was the reason the entire blockchain had to be halted. So very unfortunate. However, it was a different kind of bug than usual. Doesn't mean I'm sitting here and saying that it's a good thing. It's definitely not a good thing. It's a negative thing. And in the future, those things need to be taken care of for sure, especially because the community is slowly getting tired of those outages, including myself. However, if you look at the big picture and if you compare it to early tech companies and tech products, and even these days, outages are nothing out of the blue. They happen, and especially if the product is widely used and used this much like Solana is, okay? We will go through the transactions here and then shortly, and you will see that Solana is doing great in the background. However, those things definitely need to be taken care of. That being said, of course, the Solana haters and especially the Cardano community was happy as always. As soon as Solana has an outage, those type of people just throw a party and spam Twitter full with their comments, which is fine. I'm not married to my coins. I'm not married to Solana. I just checked the data and the data is clear as day. Okay, so I'm still, of course, bullish on this project. Outages happen, but need to be taken care of for sure. All right, it's time for some hopium for Solana. If you check out the total transactions on Sol, you can see that we surpassed 100 billion transactions on the chain. Okay, so if you compare that to the so-called competition, no hate, for example, Cardano here, you can just clearly see that Solana is magnitudes higher with the transactions than Cardano. Okay, so actually Solana has more transactions than most of the competition combined. So it's easy to mock Solana for those outages if your blockchain is not even being used at the same level Solana is. Okay, first, let's see how the other blockchains react with a certain load. Recently, actually today, BNB had an outage. It's just a matter of perspective. Under certain loads, dynamics play a big role. And with Ethereum, for example, under certain loads, instead of just having outages, the transaction costs multiple $100s. Okay, so it's up to you to choose which direction you want to go. For me, it's clear with this data I'm showing you here. I'm still sticking to Sol. All right, let's take a look on the transaction speed and the transactions per second. And let's compare Solana to the 900-pound gorilla Ethereum. Okay, if you look at the real-time data here for Solana, on average, on a realistic, stable environment, you're getting around 3,000 transactions per second. Okay, if you compare that to Ethereum here, Ethereum is at max at 15. Okay, so again, you need to compare the performances of those blockchains. It's just on a different level, to be honest. Okay, so you have to choose. Are you going to invest in something that's stable, has multiple years of development, is fairly decentralized, or are you going to choose something that's just performance-wise levels ahead, still has quirks and bugs, but is improving month by month? Okay, coming to the last thing that's bullish for Solana, in my personal opinion, is the funding and the interest in general and how the development is going on the blockchain itself. Okay, and clearly for Solana, there's still funding coming in, even in this recessionary, bearish times. Okay, as you can see here, Coral raised $20 million just to build an NFT wallet on Solana. Okay, so the money is still coming in, the interest is still there, the performance is improving and is still unmatched to other blockchains. Yes, there is outages. However, those are changing. It's not the same type, which is an important key factor. They're being fixed on the go, and things are looking bright, in my personal opinion, for the next bull market. All right, coming to the end of the video. Just a small disclaimer, I might be just a tiny bit in love with Solana. So you always have to keep that in mind, okay? Yes, I have a personal bag, and yes, I want it to do well. But on the other side, I also look at the data, and the data is just clear. You can look it up yourself. The facts are just simply facts. It's up to you to decide if you want to choose a project that is more decentralized at this current state, or you want to choose a project that has a lot of more upside, such as Solana. Yes, those outages needs to be fixed. Yes, the blockchain can be halted like that, but I'm not treating Solana as I'm treating Bitcoin. I'm treating Solana like a tech stock. Okay, so decentralization is not that important yet to me with Solana. However, I see that things are being made to improve in that regard also. So another bullish thing, but the most important thing is for you guys is do your own research. And the most important thing is, as always on this channel, first of all, subscribe and don't get ready.